Oh, there's only one Gerry. Gerry has been the mainstay of our racing effort all along, and you know, there's just no one quite like him. He's an incredible fellow, really. Whichever car he gets into, you know, he's a winner. He can actually get into a car which he's never driven before. Within 5 laps, he is as quick, usually quicker, than the driver himself.
Get a set of the tube ones mounted up just in case. We've got them on the trial already. We haven't won the championship unless we, you know, do well today and Nick Whiting doesn't win. I think it's always a bit dangerous to counter chickies before they're hatched. And you know, these things always go wrong if you start doing them in advance. And so I'm a little bit worried about it, as I say. So let's just get through practice, and then all the other bits and pieces we'll worry about after that.
Marshall first raced in 1964 with an A35. For the past 9 years, he's been Vauxhall's only works racing driver. They haven't needed anyone else. He's a man whose exuberant driving on the track is matched only by his fast and furious lifestyle off it. 1976 has been another good year. Gerry has raced 3 different Vauxhalls and has won with them all. Now he practices the amazing Baby Bertha for the year's last Tricentral Super Saloon race at Mallory Park. But something is wrong. Despite the problem, Gerry must go out again to qualify, leaving the mechanics to puzzle over the problem.
Well, we can't really tell yet. We'll have to wait and see when he comes in after practice. He's just losing oil somewhere. Oh, he's just done? Yeah. Coming in next time, what was that? 49. Yeah. What's the record?
Even touring round to qualify, Gerry is more than a match for most drivers. He does only 3 laps, but one of them is close to the record and puts him on the front row of the grid.
These cars ain't even warm yet, are they? No. They're done for that. We might have had too much oil in the tank, you see. I don't know.
Why is that Vauxhall so quick?
He's got the biggest driver. It's just quick. It's a quick combination. It's virtually works car, isn't it? I mean, it's DTV. It's a very fast car, very fast driver, and he's got all the right bits. The lads have changed the cylinder head on it, because we had a cracked head after the last meeting, and we appear to have an oil leak. Whether it's anything to do with the cylinder head being changed or not, I don't know. But I wasn't able to rev it at all then. It was just weighing out oil as I put my foot in it. So I just did 1 relatively quick lap to qualify it and 2 slow ones, and you know, hope they can cure it for the race. It's the first time we've ever had any trouble with the engine, apart from when we had it blow up once. You know, the previous engine blew up. Other than that, we've never had any troubles at a meeting at all. Getting old like the driver.
Well, obviously Gerry Marshall is #1 contender, but Nick Whiting is very thirsty for a win, because he could snatch the championship at the last round, and for a 2-litre car that'd be really fabulous.
Well, obviously Gerry, if it's right, you know, and then, of course, Nick's been up here a fair bit with me. You know, we've had a few fantastic races around here, so I would think Nick and probably Mick Hill, because he was going quite well up here about a fortnight ago. So, you know, it's open, really.
I think he's kind of going to be the one to beat this afternoon.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the one to beat, and Colin's going to be right up his chuff as well.
The problem turns out to be nothing more serious than an overfilled oil tank. With the championship at stake, Gerry takes an immediate lead and proceeds to dominate the race from start to finish.
The championship anyway.
Yeah.
Took it nice and slow.
Very good. No problem.
All right, Dick.
Come here, boys.
Thank you,
Give him
Donald.
a kiss, Dom.
Oh,
No, this is the one to give him.
Oh, that's all right.
Hang that round his neck and just lean on it. Watch it. Yeah, watch it.
Do it again, you've got to marry me.
Hello, Gerry. To win the race and the championship.
So, Gerry, how was the race?
Fine, fine. You know, it went exactly. You know, we were just driving to win the championship, which is no fun. I'd like to have had a go at my lap record and made a bit of a race of it with the lads, but it's trouble. We've won the championship now, thank goodness. Yeah, it was worrying me. Second year running she's won it. But oh God.
From the most to the least powerful of Gerry's cars.
This is the Radio 1 production saloon car race. It's a 21-round championship, of which the best 15 results count, for production saloon cars running on road tyres to full showroom specification. And that is without any of the homologated extras like I run on my Group 1 car. It's absolutely standard. All we're allowed to do is change the brake lining materials, open exhaust systems, and safety things like rollover bars. On the last round, I've unfortunately only done. I haven't done all the rounds because I have my other commitments, which is a pity because we could have won the championship probably. But we've won the class and we're second overall in the championship. But Danny Alderton has gone extremely well in a little Honda Civic this year, and he's won his class every time, well, more or less every time, and that's taken a lot of eating, you know.
Which car is this, in fact? That
Well, this car actually is quite an old car, really. It's a good old car, though. It was one of the original Thruxton race cars, I think, from 1973, and Hamilton Motors have had it ever since. They've used it. I think it was a demonstrator to start with, and then Rex Greenslade drove it for a season, and I've driven it for the last 2 seasons. It's slightly down on specification because it's built from a road car. The best ones really are built from shells. Oops. If you build one from a body shell, it's a lot lighter. We're 138 pounds overweight. I think I am as well.
After winning the Radio 1 class, Gerry is now up against the Works Dolomites and the last of the season's Keith Prowse Group 1 races around the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. On a damp track, he's been practicing on slick tyres. Now he lends a hand changing over to wets.
See, all season we haven't had one wet race, apart from Snetterton, where it rained on the grid. So we did the race on dry tyres. And we've never put these, the first time these wets have been on the car. But unfortunately, wets don't last very long in a drying condition. So it's not going to be a lot of good, I'm afraid, for practice. And, well, we'll see.
Well, what's at stake today?
Not a great deal. Fortunately, we've won the class in the championship. We can't be beaten for that. But now it's, you know, honour. Trying to prove the point. We've done it as much on reliability as speed this year. But we're now beating them on speed as well, and I'd like to finish the last race of the year off with a win, you know, on performance. In fact, we won the first race of the championship at Brands Hatch here in March. But that was more on reliability than on performance. And today I'd like to do it on performance if possible. But, you know.
Who's the main opposition today?
Andy Rouse. Andy Rouse and the Works Dolomites. They've got 3 years development on us, and you know, it goes very, very well. We share the lap record anyway, the pair of us.
Well, why does that Vauxhall go so quickly, do you think?
But basically, it's a very good car. I mean, it's got a lot of horsepower this year. They seem to have gradually developed it as the season's gone on. Now they've got the handling right. You know, it's got to be a very quick car. It's got a 5-speed gearbox. You know, it should be quick, really. You know, compared to the Dolomite, it's got as much power. It's got more power, in fact.
I think Vauxhall have fallen out the bag with the Magnum. Good luck to them. That's a bloody quick car. And Bill's done a fine job, I think. It's just a question of development. We had to catch up in one season on 3 years' work spec development. 8 valves against 16 valves is quite a job. And, you know, we're just about there now. Obviously, we've still got plenty of work to do, and we are looking forward to next season. I'm sure the Dolomites will be quicker, and so will we.
Yeah, I know. Sticky ones. Yeah?
No, Rouse is still 0.8 behind us, man.
Presumably Gerry is going to be the main opposition this afternoon.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He's going very, very well. In fact, his practice time was only, I think, about a second and a half slower than the lap record. I mean, there was 2 corners which were still very damp, you know. So what he's going to do in the dry, I don't know. Should be good.
There's only 2 seconds off the dry lap record. The slip spot, the slip's not working properly. And it's 2-wheeling. If you haven't got a spare diff, or you can't look at the diff, put some new half shafts. You've got spare half shafts, haven't we? Because what's happening, it's going up with the 2 wheels round here.
You're right.
And coming up with a big bang, down with a big bang, and it's giving the diff something awful. It's because the limited slip stopped working. Or not working properly. I think his tyres grip too well as well. It's just 2-wheeling, you see, and as it comes down,
That's right,
it's giving
that's
a half
what I
shaft.
noticed.
Even on the slowing down lap in 4th gear, I was 2-wheeling round. It's going slowly.
It's changing its weight and the car just lolloping.
Yeah, that and the diff.
Yeah.
It'll be worse with the camera in as well. That and the diff not working properly. The diff is coming in suddenly and just lifting the car up.
We're 3rd quickest overall. It was very wet early on, so really it was a choice of getting the right tyres really and waiting right till the end and then getting a very quick lap in, which I think Gerry was the best at it actually, because he got pole position by about half a second. He must have done that right at the end because it was drying and drying all the time, you know, and he just picked us.
According to my calculations, you're on pole.
Yeah, it's possible. But we think it's possible, we're not sure really.
Oh.
I know Andy Rouse reckons he's on pole with a 50 and we did a 49. So
49, that's right, that was my timing. Very good, great stuff.
Well, it's a good day for Vauxhall. See James won today.
Yes, World Championship.
Did you hear it on the radio?
Yeah.
Blinder, wasn't it?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, cool. I think had some of the English timekeepers over there, didn't it? Yeah.
Do you have any particular tactics for this afternoon?
No, just get a quick start and go like hell, because that's what Marshall's going to do. Should be a good race, I'm looking forward to it.
So, yet another class win in the bag for Vauxhall and for Gerry Marshall, who at the age of 35 often claims that he's too old, too fat and too slow to be a professional racing driver. But very few people work as hard at their sport and yet enjoy it as much as Gerry. And even fewer enjoy his astonishing success. Over 120 outright victories and literally hundreds of class wins in a career that shows no signs of stopping.
Nearly won it too! Oh, super enough. Oh, that must have been a turn up at the book, wasn't it?
It's been a very good year. Very pleased with our results. We got the Super Saloon Championship, and of course we got another result with this car, which we frankly never expected. We didn't expect to beat the Dolomites the way we have done. Of course we realized that the Dolomites have had problems, and as a result maybe we've been lucky, but I think towards the end of the season we've become more and more competitive, which is you know, a great thing really. Another thing we have been you know, very grateful for really, two things. One is we cannot understand that Gerry has stuck it with us for so long. We are tremendously pleased that he has done, because without Gerry we wouldn't have achieved the results we have. And the other thing is that, you know, we are, at long last, we have got to the stage where we think we are beginning to build Gerry the sort of cars he deserved right from the beginning. Obviously it's taken years on a relatively small development program to give him the sort of cars which he deserves. Well, we're not quite there yet, and we're hoping for several more years of results from Gerry.